Welcome to another edition of Talk Around Town, the show where you get to meet your friends and neighbors and people who make a difference in Northbrook, such as our two guests tonight. These two lovely women sitting here. I'm surrounded by three.
But he forgot to mention my name. I'm
Susan
Susan Carrington, and I'm not sure you told him who you were.
No. Oh, well, I thought they knew. I'm Jack Coombe, and you are?
Susan Carrington.
Last thing I knew it. Good. You still are.
Yes,
still
I am.
Sure. And we have these two ladies here. We are the 4th of July committee. My name is Northbrook, and I'm going to make sure I get your names right. Sharon Bergstein.
Correct.
And Sharon Latek.
Yes.
So we got two Sharons.
We have a Sharon and a Sherry.
So
Right.
or Sherry.
Yeah, it's my nickname is Sherry.
Well, we'll
So
go with Sherry
okay,
with you then.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
And so welcome to our show.
Thank you for having us.
We have our flag here. We're getting ready for 4th of July.
Yeah.
So,
All an exciting event.
yeah, it is a great, exciting event. I think it brings a lot of memories to a lot of people that are in Northbrook, especially young people. And I think what we're trying to do today is we're trying to get our audience to, you know, become a little bit more involved in the 4th of July and maybe even come out and volunteer for the committee. So I think what we'd like to do is we'd like to start out with maybe one of you can initially tell us, you know, like some of the events that the 4th of July committee does.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sharon, would you like to address that?
Sure. We're going to start off the 4th of July this year on June 25th, which is the Saturday prior to the 4th of July, and we're going to have a movie night again,
Okay.
where we're planning on having vendors so you can bring out your family. We'll have a DJ out there that the kids can dance, grown-ups can dance, and dinner will be served. That's the week before.
Okay.
That's going to be one of our fundraising events to help us raise the funds that are needed.
Okay, so do you have to buy tickets for that ahead of
No.
time?
We're going to offer it to the community free of charge. So just
Okay.
a family fun movie night over at Tower Rink where it was last year. So
So it'll be there.
it was a huge success last year, and we're bringing it back for the second annual family movie night.
Okay, that's
So you don't have to buy tickets. We're just hoping people will donate
okay.
if they would like when they're there. We'll do some canning while we're there for
Okay.
donations,
Okay.
but we would love to see people come out for that. And then this year the 4th of July falls on a Monday, so all of our activities will take place on Monday, July 4th. Do you want to run through those, Cher?
Sure. So on Monday, we start off with the pancake breakfast, which is just a huge hit, and one
That
of the
is.
reasons that I
That's traditional.
started volunteering on the 4th of July Association, and that kicks off at 7 a.m., goes to 11. Right before the end of that, it's the police, firemen softball game, which starts at 10. And then we have the parade festivities start. We brought in a bike parade about 2 years ago. George Garner sponsors the bike parade, which kicks off at about 2:15, goes along the parade route. The actual parade kicks off at 2:30. And then we have the fireworks, which begin at the velodrome after dusk.
Okay.
So we're happy to offer those again, and really a great show.
Yeah, it is. It's a wonderful show. The fireworks are wonderful.
Right.
And I like the new location.
Yeah.
I really like it back there. I know.
Right, a lot of places to view it. So
Yeah, a lot of places to view it.
Yes.
It's really nice. We kind of go back behind the velodrome and we watch it, and it's really a lot of fun.
right.
It's really, really.
This event is very close to my heart because I
Yes.
was chairman of the 4th of July committee for about 6 years, and way back in the in the century. And
Was that 1776?
So, yeah. I was the guy with the drum and the flute. And that was what we wore us out. I mean, we really had that drum was terrible. Anyway, so I know some of the problems you face in planning the 4th of July. And every year to me it was an exciting thing to look forward to and to plan. Yeah, and you know, when you're trying to line people up for the parade, sometimes it can get a little annoying.
Well,
You know,
yeah.
I'm gonna be there, but
We
really
can
sit
talk
over
a
there.
little
No,
bit
I
about
wanna
the
sit over
parade,
there.
though. Who do you generally have come to
Yeah.
in the parade? Can anybody like?
Anybody
Enter?
can be in the parade.
Yeah.
We have organizations, we have schools, Boy
We've done
Scouts last
neighborhoods.
year.
Yeah.
Our neighborhood did it one year. Our neighborhood came out and put a float together, and that was a lot of fun. It just takes one person in your neighborhood to organize a float, and it's as easy as
Right.
going to the website and getting an application and join the parade.
So how do you get all these bands from all over?
You know, a lot of the bands contact us because they're in different villages' parades, and so it's very lucrative for them to be on the North Shore, and they'll do Glenview, they'll do Northbrook. We try to stagger the parade so that all the bands can sort of participate in all the parades locally.
So then
it's
they'll have
nice.
one in the morning, one.
in the
Right,
afternoon.
and they're all
So-
staggered.
Right, and then we have to worry about staging them. I don't know if you remember, but we have to stage based on, are they going, in their application they say, are you going to be, you know, in the Glenview parade, are you going to be in the Northbrook parade? We're going to make sure we get you through the parade route and onto your next. So that's
the next
logistically
parade,
another, you know, issue that we deal with, where they are in the parade route so that they get to their next event. So
Now, I can see local bands, but some of these bands are like from.
comes from Dubuque, Iowa.
I
It's a big
know.
one.
Sure.
They
Yeah.
come every year.
Do they?
come-
Do they? Yeah,
do.
that's just. Do they get something out of that, or are they, it's just something that it's their trip to Chicago?
No,
or-
we pay our
Oh, we
bands.
pay.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
that's another, you know, going
Oh, I was not
there.
aware of that at
Yeah.
all.
right, and a lot of people aren't aware that it actually costs us money to put the parade on. We do charge an entrance fee for
But-
organizations to enter the parade. If you're a corporation, it's $200. Nonprofit, it's $35.
I was gonna say, yeah.
But then we turn around and we pay some of the bigger bands, like the band from Dubuque, the Shannon Rovers, charge a fee to participate in the parade.
Oh,
so
I had no idea.
yeah, it's,
Right.
it's these high school bands. They make money for their
Sure.
band
Sure.
by going to various. They try to get in as many parades as they can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's very
Some are
lucrative
2 or 3
for them.
parades, so
Right.
Yeah.
they run from one to the other.
Yeah, they jump on that bus and head out. So if you're here from Dubuque, you want to get as much as you can. So.
Oh, sure. I
And-
had,
and
I
as
had no
many
idea.
parades. Yeah.
Now, I do know that the fireworks are very expensive.
Yes.
And a
There
lot
are-
of people I don't think really realize that, but they are very, very expensive.
Yes,
They're-
the fireworks
Yes,
are very
they are.
expensive, and people don't realize that the whole 4th of July celebration costs money to put on, and that's why donations are and private donations are so important. And like you said, it's been a complete volunteer organization since day one. The first parade was in 1968, and since day one of people working hard to put this on, one of the main things that gets missed most often by regular Northbrook citizens is the fact that it does cost money, and we get some support from the village,
Right.
but it's
But
mostly run on donations.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is not a village-sponsored
Right.
organization. It is not sponsored. It is called the 4th of July Association, run by volunteers who take time. Starting in January, we've had our first meeting, our kickoff meeting, to start working for you know, the
remember
4th of July activities. So we do get as Sharon said, we do get money from the village. We get a lot of help, in-kind sponsorship from the Northbrook Park District. But it's just a small group and these committees that take
That
it and
put it
run with it.
together.
And
Right. Yeah, and going back to the fireworks being very expensive, they can be up to $30,000.
Oh, right, I know. I
That's
know.
the largest
shoot
part
up,
of our
so-
budget.
Yeah, one
Right.
aerial bomb, there's a couple $100 just shot.
Right.
Yeah, one
So-
firework.
One,
Right.
one aerial bomb.
Right.
Right.
One aerial bomb.
Boom.
And it is
30.
a great expectation of, you know, and a great memory that people like to have for their families is bringing, you know, the kids out and the family out to the velodrome and watching those fireworks. But every firework that goes off costs money, and we need those
Now, when you guys watch it,
donations.
you see
Smart-
dollar
yeah.
signs.
Yeah, that's all we do. We don't enjoy
We
it
do.
anymore. Exactly.
We do see dollar signs. We always think, oh, there goes one for 2012. We need money for that.
Right, and interestingly, you know, last year there was a lot of press about on villages actually cutting fireworks, which makes a lot of sense. Cutting $30,000 out of our budget, our $50,000 budget.
Yeah.
I mean, you just see it, or villages
Right.
sharing, and we just are working so hard at trying to not let the fireworks go, not letting the parade go, not letting the pancake breakfast go, because these are traditions that we feel really make Northbrook what it is. And so we are. That's why we're on today, is because we want to get the word out that this is a group of volunteer citizens doing what they can do.
That's right.
And really the hardest part we're finding in this economy is the fundraising. The fundraising and the volunteer. People are not giving their time, and the fundraising has just been getting harder and harder.
Oh.
You know, it's just
I
tight.
know.
So
Yeah.
looking at cutting out the fireworks is just not an option for us. So we're doing what we can in January to
To
kick
stop
off.
that from
To stop
happening.
it,
Yeah.
So I know that you do have cans that you go around during the fireworks. And I'm not sure if you do that during the parade time or.
We do.
We do
do?
it. We do canning at the beginning of the parade. We'll have people come down with cans asking for donations to help support the 4th of July. And we will also be doing some canning at movie night this year.
Okay. Now, there's also, I know that towards the beginning of the summer or earlier in our water bill.
Right. That's a big way that we fundraise. We, with the water bill, mail out a flyer saying if you'd like to donate, mail it right back with your water bill. Also through our website, we get donations. You can just, there's a link to
donate
click
right
on.
online.
Right on. We try to get the word out. You know, Sunset Foods last year was a big sponsor for the pancake breakfast, an in-kind sponsor, but they really came through for us. But it's just asking those citizens and those community members to see what they can do for us. We're looking at in-kind sponsors this year for the pancake breakfast, the parade, really trying to up that level of fundraising.
Okay.
You know, it's really, when you think of it, it's a one day of fun. It's all these events. You start out with the breakfast, pancake breakfast, then you have the parade, or before that, then they have the police
softball
department,
game,
fire
yeah.
department, the police department, and then the parade, and then at night you have the fireworks.
Right.
What's
And
in
it's
the
a whole
parade and
day.
it's picnic at your house.
Yeah.
Or
Right,
picnic at
exactly.
someone's house.
And that's,
What's that?
you
It's
know,
always a picnic at someone's
Right,
house.
Oh,
right. You
yes,
gotta
yes.
leave the,
Yeah, you have to leave the parade, go to
You
the
leave the
picnic.
parade, you go home and you grill and you eat and have a few beers, and then you go to
Yeah. And not to sound like a Hallmark commercial, but you say a day of fun, but it really does create a whole lifetime of memories for people.
Oh.
Which, you know, and that's one of the reasons I got involved, is just growing up in Northbrook and being in that parade. I just showed Sherry a picture the other day,
you were
a
in the
picture of me from my first parade when I was 1 year old on the same corner that we watch it on now, this many years later, with my family. So it's just those memories that we, you know, work so hard to keep for people.
Right.
Well, some of the memories I have are as my children, like, you know, each year, you know, so I have those memories when the kids were really young and then when they were older, and now I see them like running around.
Right,
causing
right.
trouble.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
oftentimes when we try to recreate the memories we have for our own children too, and that's, you know, why my kids sit on the same corner.
One of the things I think about the 4th of July is the, they approached me and wanted me to be a marshal one year, riding in the convertible, you know, and waving at people.
You were.
And
The
all,
Grand
you know, it
Marshal?
was a
Yeah.
marshal. Yeah.
Yeah.
And isn't that funny? That's the name of my current book I'm writing too, is The Fighting Marshal. And maybe that's where I got the idea. But being a marshal, you know, you're right there, and you're the center of attention and everything like that. And I thought, just think, when I first joined this outfit, you know, we were sitting in an office of planning it and all this stuff. Now here you are, right,
Yes.
and going down, you know, being waved at and all that sort of thing. That's a good idea to have the marshal.
Yeah, that is-
Right.
yeah,
Well,
Concept.
last year was a lot of fun. We had the Boy
Yes.
Scouts were celebrating their 100th anniversary, and so the Boy Scouts came to us, and we made them the Grand Marshal. Our theme of our parade is always something based around our Grand Marshal, what's going on, and so this year we haven't come up with a theme. If you have any good ideas, you know, we're always looking for ideas, but that's our planning stage, is really to come up with a theme of the parade, picking the Grand Marshal, having it sort of all tie into what's going on today and celebrating something. And so we're looking at that, but that's fun, and it's just fun to create those memories for our kids.
Oh,
yeah,
it's a memory
It's
that
just
you'll
really,
carry
and
with
we
you.
feel, I think there's more of an emotional investment for
Yeah.
Sharon and I, even
Sure.
though I am not from Northbrook, but it's my memory of coming to a town that I'm not from and going down to the pancake breakfast and thinking, this is really terrific. I want to be part of this. And
Now, if someone wants to volunteer, they probably would want to look at your website.
Right,
So
the best
maybe
way to contact
What
us.
is the website?
www.northbrook